Hey guys, so I've finally finished my XB Coupe. It's a 1974 Ford Falcon XB Coupe. The boys from Rides by Cam have been smashing it out, and it is finally done. So super pumped with how it's turned out. It looks absolutely amazing. Let's have a look. So the color is Amethyst Metallic. It's a Porsche color. I just found it on the net one night. PBG did an awesome job trying to match it for me. It was exactly how I seen it on the net. The wheels are Billet Specialty Prism wheels, 19 fronts, 20s on the back in this bronze matte finish, which yeah, I think looks awesome. Wheelwood brakes, and yeah, let's have a look at the motor. As you can see, it is a ex-supercar engine. Probably a pretty special part of the build, to be honest, being a supercar engine. And when I was getting the car, I didn't really know which way I wanted to go with the engine, so went into the engine shop at Tickford and raided the parts room with one of the engine builders. So it's a 369 cubic inch, so a little bit bigger than what we used to race. And that's about as far as I'm going to go. So I'm going to get the man himself who actually built it, Johnny Grove, to come over and talk about the engine.
So as Cam said, 369 cubic inch. We really wanted to use one of his race winning blocks from Sandown. Sadly, the block was out of service when we went to look into this build. So we've got him a fresh 8.2 dart block. We do have race run heads, so they are a NASCAR D3 that have been set up for supercars, and the whole FPR Tickford top end. So just over 745 horsepower, over 600 foot-pounds of torque, all on pump fuel. We did kind of detune the camshaft for him just because of driving on the road, and we want it to be nice and drivable for him. Other than that, full Haltech ECU. We've got lots of control going on there, so we're really happy with that product, and that's got full control of the car. So we're really happy with how it turned out. It's a nice, tidy package, and yeah, looking forward to seeing it drive around.
So we'll come into the interior, full Alcantara. You know, I didn't want leather, I wanted to be a little bit different, so I thought the Alcantaras was pretty special and something different. FG ute seats, front and rear, so because the tunnel's so big, we had to run the center console right through, and I wanted something a little bit different in the back. So the FG ute seats in the back are really cool and super comfy. We've got a 6-speed manual Tremac Magnum box in it. I wanted the car to be manual, so I could actually drive the car and not just putt around with like an auto. So yeah, a bit more of a driver's car. Haltech have been amazing through this whole thing. Gave me a lot of stuff, and got one of their brand new 10-inch dashes in the car. So I think it looks fantastic, and cool that they could, you know, help me out getting that on board. So I'm here with the man himself who built this car for me, Rob from Rides by Cam. I thought I would hand it over to you and talk a bit more about the car and yeah, maybe some of the features on it.
Yeah, so we're here now, and you can see underneath it, Cam wanted to sort of drive this on the street. We've sort of gone with a little bit more of a different approach with the underbody. We've decided to put stone guard on it. But we've also decided to put the colour of the car with a PPG matte clear. So he wanted to have he wanted to have air conditioning, which with a V8 supercar motor is probably impossible to have a mechanical compressor on it. So we put an electric air conditioning compressor under the passenger side guard. And then under the other side, we've got the dry sump for the engine oil system. And then under here, we've had to install our electric power steering. So there's lots of stuff going on underneath the car, but everything's got a function and everything's got a good spot to live. We tried to carry the wheel, the bronze wheel colour, into the exhaust system, so we decided to use Cerakote to paint on the exhaust and actually nuts and bolts. And we've also introduced the Cerakote on the Shockwave airbags, which just to splash a bit of colour around under here. Once again, it is going to get driven, but we still want it to look really nice. So in the back, we've got a 4-link rear with our 9-inch housing, and we've got obviously the wheelwood brakes, and just all nice, neat, tidy, and just a clean presented undercarriage.
So I was a bit of a pain in the ass with the exterior, mate. Obviously wanted to change a couple of little things and provided you guys with a little bit more work. Maybe we should talk through some of the things that, you know, we've changed along the way, you know, the bar tuck and the eyebrows and things like that.
Yeah, so we obviously traditionally wanted to keep a lot of the Ford components and the lines, but we wanted to sort of fine tune it a little bit so everyone would know that they're usually got a separate piece that bolts on the guards. So we've actually built all that out of steel and then just kept the same shape flowing. We've tucked the bars in we've pushed them back, and then we've, you know, obviously gapped them to a certain distance. We've had to extend the guards to make all that work. The grille, it's still 100% a factory original XB grille, but obviously we've gone with a later model sort of LED halo style headlight, and then we've also gone with the similar sort of design for the inside light rather than just having the spotlight like they usually have. We've introduced Ring Brothers bonnet pins to hold the bonnet down. Obviously because of the way the radiator's set up and everything, it's not really easy for us to run a latch. So we've got rid of the latch assembly altogether. And then down the bottom, we thought it would look really cool with like a bit of a front splitter, spoiler, whatever you wanted to call it, front lip. And then yeah, we've gone with the matte black colour on that one as Cam's request. We were going to paint it the colour of the car, but he made the right decision. It actually looks killer. With the nostrils on the bonnet, we've actually built a box which, you know, for us, first time working with a V8 supercar motor, and then John, and between Cam and John, we've come up with a good compromise. As you know, they probably normally have an air box on these things that seal up, and on a traditional road car like this, it makes it a little bit harder to be able to make that work. So what we thought is we'd use the original Ford bonnet nostrils, and then we built and designed our own compromise of an airbox, which still comes down right down below the fuel rails on the engine, and it gives us the clearance that we need and everyone's happy medium to pull in fresh air from outside and not sucking in hot air from the engine bay.
Well, this is the build. I'm absolutely ecstatic with it. I think it looks awesome. I hope this video gives you guys a little bit of an insight on the car and some of the things that we did a little bit differently with it, and I can't wait to get it out on the street and yeah, ripping some skids in it. So yeah, let's open the door and get out there. And really need to thank everyone that's, you know, helped me along the journey. There's so many people, but you know, the main ones is, you know, my dad, my family, Rob and his boys have been absolutely amazing. Johnny Grove building me a kick-ass engine. I'm sure it'll be sounding pretty good on the limiter. So let's go have a crack.